Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and I've got to throw my hat in the ring and make a video about this latest puzzle, and it literally is that. Now, this was posted on the forums yesterday at 1:20. How do I know that? Well, it's timestamped. And two, I was on the forums yesterday at 1:20. I had taken a late lunch break and I saw this and I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is so cool. And I was really excited. I made a video and I spent hours editing the video. And it turns out I kept saying the wrong dang name and I meant the character that I'm talking about, but I didn't say it. And so I'm here now remaking a video for you guys because I'm really excited about these new characters that are coming. Now, we know they're not coming in a marquee event. We don't know what they are coming as. Will it be a reintroduction of an old system, something like the Flash events? Will it be something different entirely? Will it be a legendary toon? Will this be the first legendary character that we are going to get? I don't know, and I don't necessarily want to speculate because it really could be anything at this time. I wouldn't put it past him to just drop some of these characters in a different store. They did that with like Bodhi Rook. They've done that with a few other characters in the past. These two characters that I'm specifically talking about today very well could be that. I don't think they are, but they could. Now on the forum, SB Crumb, he went ahead and he posted this. It says 920 hunting for pieces. This is clearly alluding to bounty hunters, and it could mean other things, and I'll get into that in a little bit, but obviously this is in and around bounty hunters. Now, what this is a Flash model puzzle. So if you were just looking at this, you probably noticed that there's pieces overlapping other pieces. It doesn't give you directions as to say, hey, click on the link below and you will see this puzzle actually play out in Flash mode, where it allows you to go through and rearrange the pieces. Now, I don't like puzzles. I do a puzzle every Christmas because that's like family time and Christmas is all about misery. I do puzzles, but I'm the kind of guy that just bangs the puzzles together. And so I went to Reddit, and someone had posted on Reddit. It's so far got 106 upvotes. When I first saw this, there were like, I don't know, like 30 or 40 votes on it, and 30 or 40 like people had only commented on it. And the original poster says, look, I figured it out. I've done. If you want to see this, click here. But if you don't, and so, good on OP, because a lot of people aren't always about, having the things spoiled for them. And I get that. I do. I'm the exact opposite, whatever. So if you don't want to know, if you already don't know, I'd be kind of shocked, but maybe you don't. Here's the picture. So major spoiler alerts. Here it is. Boom. There you go. Now, in this picture, we have IG-88, we have Boba Fett, Dengar, and Bosk. Now, there's a few things that come to my mind. Originally I was like, well, they're surrounding someone, but they're also tilting back like they're praising someone in joy. Maybe they're meeting an old friend, and I think that's exactly what they're doing. The original poster came out and was like, or the people on Reddit said, look, these Legos are part of the Bounty Hunter Speeder Bike Battle Pack, $14.99. I'll leave a link in the section below. But what's interesting about this is this battle pack actually comes with a number of really interesting characters. You have IG-88, you have Bosk, you have Dengar, obviously, and you have someone who's not here in the game yet, and that is Forlom. Now, Forlom is a bounty hunter. He is really good at what he does, and he was part of the original bounty hunter crew put together by Darth Vader, and they're the ones that were looking for Han. Obviously, Boba Fett found him, but I really think that this is interesting because Forlom doesn't come alone. Forlom is part of a dynamic duo. He is part of a Chewbacca Han bromance, and everywhere Forlom goes, Zuckuss is sure to follow. One of the things that I've seen a lot of people talk about is, yeah, Forlom's coming. And this is clearly hinting at that. But no one's mentioned Zuckuss yet, or at least the videos that I've watched haven't really mentioned Zuckuss. And I'm really curious because what this would do if they're introducing 4-LOM and Zuckuss, it would round out that original group of bounty hunters that we have in the game. It would be a great way to kind of like send off saying, hey, we're done with the bounty hunter rework. We're done with the bounty hunter faction. It's time to move on to something else. Now that is clearly what I'm thinking. I am curious to know if this is that. I really do think that we are going to be getting 4-LOM and Zuckuss. I would honestly be surprised. Following that, 4-LOM, Zuckuss, they have a ship called the Hunter's Mist or something stupid like that. Now, my deepest hope is that what they're actually doing is they're giving us a ship for space battles. And a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, they're going to take the Hunter's Mists like, you know, these two guys have. That's their Millennium Falcon. I think what they're actually going to do is they're going to give us the speeder pack in the from the Lego set. And I don't think it's going to be our first vehicle like everyone's, you know, saying, hey, add vehicles to the game. No. I think they're going to take the speeder into space. I don't actually think they're going to take the speeder into space. But that would open up a lot of possibilities for, you know, other areas of the game, like the Ewoks getting a glider that they could use in space. That would be a lot of fun. But I do think that the Hunter's Mist, their ship, will be coming in the game. That will give us four something that I really think that's what they're going to be doing. Now, if this were a marquee event, we know it's not going to be a marquee event, but how they're going to introduce this is kind of confusing and kind of odd to me, because what they've been doing in the past is they have been introducing two characters, usually a rework and then another character. But in this situation, I think they would introduce two characters and then a ship. Here we have two characters and a ship. Maybe they'll just throw them in the store. I think that'd be really cool. And I think that it would be kind of a good gesture of good faith for Capital Games to do something like that, because they haven't really added much to the Galactic War, for example. They haven't added much to Galactic War shop, and they haven't added to a few other shops that they could start putting things into. Whether they do or they don't, I don't necessarily know. Obviously, they are trying to stick to this, character release cadence. So hopefully we'll see some characters added to these missing out shops, or these shops that have been missing out. Will they just throw brand new characters? Probably not. But it would be really cool. Now, one thing that I would love to see happen is to use these original characters, to use these bounty hunters to go on a galactic bounty, but specifically a galactic bounty for Raid Han. That would be really, really sweet. It seems like a lot of stuff is revolving right now around episode The Empire Strikes Back. I think that it is very, very possible that some kind of event, maybe a story mode, maybe a hero's journey where we have to, use Raid Han to avoid whoever. I don't know. Maybe we'll see some Bespin. I'm not entirely sure. I think that it would be really sweet. Now, 4-LOM was armed to the teeth. He was a protocol droid, which is awesome, having another droid added to the mix. He would be a bounty hunter. I don't believe that he would be an Empire, just like Django wasn't a Separatist character, or at least not a Separatist character yet. I do think that he'd be armed to the teeth. I think he'd be a heavy hitter. I think he'd have some kind of synergy, kind of like Dengar has. If someone attacks, he attacks as well. I think that this character, he needs to come with Zuckuss. He does. My full belief is 4-LOM and Zuckuss. 4-LOM's definitely coming. Zuckuss should be coming as well. Now, I think what's going to happen is there's going to have this kind of dichotomy where it's like Zuckuss goes through and he stuns people, does a mass stun, maybe even a mass daze. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what Zuckuss did. He stunned. He had like gas that he used, and it wasn't just like farts. He had actual gas, right? And I'm really thinking that it's possible that what we could do, what we could see, Forlom and Zuckuss. Zuckuss stuns, Forlom goes in, and it just hits really, really, really hard. Now, since he's a droid, it will add kind of a new layer of texture to the droids, which I am very excited for. I love my droids. They're awesome. I'm really, really excited. I don't know how they're coming, right? I'm not entirely confident they're coming in a legendary event. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Maybe Forlom comes in a legendary event, and somewhere along the way, somehow, you unlock Zuckuss. Maybe Zuckuss will receive the treatment that Bodhi Rook took, where he's just thrown into a store because we've had so many characters that are just like, F it, right? Who knows? I'm not entirely sure, but that is what we are happening. Now, personally, it could really be anybody, right? They've given us hints, they've given us clues. Clearly, it's Forlom. But some other candidates that we could consider, OG Chewbacca. I'm going to make a video. I believe he's coming to the game sooner rather than later. I do think he's on his way. 2, Leia Bouche, right? Now, or Le Bouche. This is the bounty hunter that Leia was, took the clothing of to rescue Han. We have Slave Leia. Now, who wouldn't want Slave Leia? I don't know anybody. Then we have Jabba. I do think Jabba's coming to the game. I've talked about this before. Jabba would be a great character. He would be a scoundrel who could somehow activate the bounty hunter contracts. That would be freaking sweet. And, this could be all a ruse and a red herring, and Salacious B. Crumb is saying, hey, Salacious B. Crumb is coming to the game. I don't believe that's the case, but it's possible. Now, with that, guys, what do you think? I mean, this is a clear, a lot of people are saying this. They're like, yeah, it's Forlom. But would Zuckuss come with Forlom? Would Forlom come alone? Would he be in a marquee event? They've said no, but how is he going to show up otherwise? I'm not sure. Check out some of the links in the section below. I've got a link to my Discord, a link to my Going Nerdy website, and I also have a link to the Lego pack. So if you want to scroll around through that, check it out. Comment in the section below. Let me know what you guys think. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, my friends, stay nerdy.